Have you ever felt like quitting? Have you ever been so tired, so overwhelmed, so disappointed that you just wanted to give up on everything? You are not alone. Every person, even the ones you admire, has stood at that edge. But you're here. You chose to listen. You chose to fight one more day, and that is already a victory. You might think only weak people want to give up, but the truth is, even the strongest people have felt lost, hopeless, or ready to walk away. What separates those who succeed from those who give up isn't talent, isn't luck, isn't circumstances. It's the decision, the stubbornness, to get back up one more time, every time. Today, in this 30-minute session, we'll walk together through the darkness and into the light. You will hear stories of legendary failures and spectacular comebacks. You will learn how pain and setbacks can become your greatest fuel. You will discover that giving up is a choice, and so is fighting back. I invite you to stay until the end. Let this be your reset button, your armor, your reminder. You are stronger than you think. You are not alone on this journey. Let's begin. Did you know every legend you admire was once a loser in someone else's eyes? Let's begin with the truth. Every legend you know, every name you admire has failed. Not once, not twice, but over and over again. Let's talk about Thomas Edison. Edison is remembered as the man who lit up the world, the inventor of the light bulb. But what most people forget is that he failed more than 10,000 times before getting it right. Imagine that. 10,000 attempts. 10,000 moments of frustration, doubt, and disappointment. People laughed at him. They called him foolish, said he was wasting his life chasing an impossible dream. But when someone asked Edison why he kept going, he said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Edison believed that every failure brought him closer to success. He didn't see failure as the end. He saw it as a lesson, a necessary step on the journey. Now, let's move to another icon, Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, the greatest basketball player of all time, a name that means winner to millions. But do you know what happened to him as a teenager? He was cut from his high school basketball team. He went home, locked himself in his room, and cried. But he didn't let rejection stop him. Jordan practiced harder, played longer, and returned to the team the next year, stronger, hungrier, better. Jordan later said, "I have missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I have lost almost 300 games. On 26 occasions, I have been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I have failed over and over and over again in my life. And that is why I succeed." Do you see the pattern? Every legend has a backstory of pain, rejection, embarrassment, and struggle. Their greatness didn't come from never falling. It came from always rising. But it's not just Edison and Jordan. History is full of legends who failed before they succeeded. Walt Disney was fired from his first job at a newspaper because they said he lacked imagination. J.K. Rowling was a single mother living on welfare before Harry Potter was published, rejected again and again. And here's what connects them all. They refused to let failure be their final chapter. They kept moving forward, one step at a time, even when the world said, "Give up." What about you? How many times have you tried before thinking about quitting? Would you keep going after 10 rejections, 100, 1,000? The truth is, no path to greatness is a straight line. No success story is without pain, defeat, or setbacks. Falling isn't the end. It's just a chapter. What matters is how you get back up. But have you ever wondered, why is it so easy to give up? What makes our minds scream quits when things get hard? That's what we'll uncover next. Let me ask you a hard question. Have you ever found yourself right on the edge of quitting? Not just once, but maybe over and over again? Why is it that no matter how much we want success, sometimes it feels easier to just walk away? Let's get real. The pain of failure cuts deep. The weight of disappointment sits heavy on your chest. There are days when it feels like the world is moving forward and you're stuck, left behind, invisible. You see others winning, while your dreams seem further and further out of reach. It's not weakness, it's human. We all crave comfort. We're wired to avoid pain, embarrassment, and rejection. Your mind whispers, "Why try again? What if you fail one more time? What will people think? Maybe you're just not good enough." Let's look at J.K. Rowling. Before the world knew her name, she sat alone in a tiny apartment, broke, heartbroken, battling depression, raising a child by herself. She sent her manuscript for Harry Potter to 12 different publishers. 12 times, she received the same answer. No. 12 times, her heart sank. 12 times, her doubts screamed, "Maybe this isn't meant to be." But here's what made her different. On the 13th try, she sent her story one more time. That was the day her entire life changed. Do you know what's really happening when you want to quit? Your mind is trying to protect you. It thinks it's safer to stay small, to hide, to never risk being hurt again. But safety is an illusion, because giving up always leads to regret. Pause for a moment. If you quit today, what will you regret tomorrow? That dream you buried, that courage you let slip away, that version of yourself you never became. You might not see it now, but regret grows louder with time. You are not alone in this battle. Every person you admire, every single one has stood in that darkness, wondering if they should give up. But they chose to keep going, even if it was just one more step. So, when you feel like quitting, ask yourself, are you protecting yourself from pain? Or are you robbing yourself of the life you truly want? But if you want to know how the legends push through, if you want to learn the secrets to turning pain into progress, don't go anywhere. In the next part, you'll discover exactly how to keep moving forward, even when giving up feels like the only option. Here's the truth nobody likes to say out loud. There will come a moment when you're absolutely certain you can't take another step. When everything inside you screams, "That's enough. I can't do it. I just want to quit." This isn't weakness. This is the moment every champion, every legend, every survivor faces. The moment that makes or breaks a dream. Let's get personal. Close your eyes and think about the last time you wanted to walk away from something that mattered to you. Maybe it was a project, a relationship, a dream, or just getting out of bed on a tough day. You felt stuck, exhausted, and alone. Like no one could possibly understand what you were going through. But you're not alone. Let's talk about Steve Jobs. He was the co-founder of Apple, a company he started from nothing. Then, after years of building it, he was fired from his own company, publicly humiliated. Everything he built, gone. Most people would have disappeared, faded into the background, but not Jobs. He spent years rebuilding himself, founding new companies, creating Pixar, and learning from every pain and setback. Eventually, he was asked to return to Apple, and when he did, he revolutionized the world with the iPhone. Steve Jobs once said, "Sometimes life hits you in the head with a brick. Don't lose faith." Now, let's meet Nick Vujicic. Born without arms and legs, Nick struggled with bullying, depression, and even thoughts of ending his life. He felt helpless, hopeless, like he could never belong. But one day, Nick decided he wouldn't let his pain define him. He found the courage to stand up, literally and metaphorically. Today, Nick is a world-renowned speaker, inspiring millions to rise above their own limitations. Do you see the pattern? Pain is the test. But pain can become progress if you know how to keep moving forward. So, how do you push through when giving up seems like the only option? Here are 5 steps you can take, anytime, anywhere, no matter how small they feel. Step 1, pause and breathe. When your mind is racing and your heart feels heavy, just stop. Take a deep breath. Let it out slowly. Sometimes, the first victory is simply not running away. Step 2, remember your whys. Remind yourself why you started. Think back to that spark, that reason, that hope. Write it down. Say it out loud. Let it anchor you. Step 3. Break it down. Don't try to climb the whole mountain at once. Set one tiny goal. Make one call. Write one line. Take one step. Small wins build momentum. Step 4. Ask for help. You don't have to fight alone. Call a friend, send a message, or reach out to someone who believes in you. Even legends need a support team. Step 5. Take action, no matter how small. Do one thing, just one that moves you forward. Progress beats perfection every single time. You don't have to see the whole path. You just have to take the next step. Every time you choose action over quitting, you are rewriting your story. I know it's hard, but every time you take just one more step, even when you want to stop, you move closer to the life you deserve. And if you're wondering, is this really enough? Can these tiny steps change my life? Let's look ahead. In the next part, you'll discover how the world's greatest survivors turn their deepest pain into unstoppable power, and how you can do the same. So, don't stop now. The most powerful transformation is waiting for you in the next chapter. Have you ever wondered, what if your greatest pain could become your greatest strength? Most people spend their lives running from pain. They hide it, deny it, pretend it's not there. But the truth is, pain can be the beginning of your transformation, if you dare to face it. Let's talk about Bethany Hamilton. At just 13, Bethany was a rising surf star in Hawaii. One morning, everything changed. A shark attack took her left arm. The world wrote her off. Doctors told her she might never surf again. Imagine the fear, the anger, the heartbreak. For a moment, Bethany almost believed it was over. But she chose to turn pain into purpose. Within a month, she was back on her board. Within 2 years, she was winning national surfing championships, beating competitors with both arms. Bethany's story isn't about physical strength. It's about the power to redefine yourself when everything falls apart. But she's not alone. Walt Disney lost his first company to bankruptcy and slept on park benches, carrying a notebook full of dreams and rejection letters. He was told he lacked creativity, that his ideas would never work. But Walt turned his heartbreak into fuel. He kept drawing, kept dreaming, kept believing. Today, the world calls his name magic. So, what's the secret? It's not about being fearless. It's about being brave enough to face your pain, learn from it, and let it shape a new version of you. Ask yourself right now, what's the hardest thing you've ever survived? What did it teach you? How could you use that lesson, not to close your heart, but to open it even wider? You don't have to erase your scars. You can wear them as proof that you survived, and as reminders that you're capable of more than you ever thought. Maybe the pain you're carrying right now is not a punishment. Maybe it's the beginning of your greatest story. Take a deep breath. Visualize the version of yourself who never gave up even when it hurt. See yourself not as a victim of your past, but as the author of a comeback. Remember, transformation doesn't happen in comfort zones. It happens in the fire when you're tested, challenged, and pushed beyond your limits. So let your pain be the fuel for your next chapter. You are stronger than what tried to break you. Your story is just beginning. But what about the legacy you'll leave behind if you choose not to give up? In the next part, we'll talk about the future, about inspiring others, about building something that lasts far beyond today. Don't miss it, because the legacy you build starts with the choice you make right now. Let me ask you something. Few people ever pause to consider. If you gave up today, what would your future self say to you tomorrow? Will you look back and remember the day you quit, or the day you kept going and everything began to change? Let's talk about Nelson Mandela. Mandela spent 27 years in prison. 27 years of hope deferred, of isolation, pain, and uncertainty. There were days when giving up would have been the easiest choice in the world. But he never let his hope die. When he finally walked free, he didn't seek revenge. He chose forgiveness, unity, and vision. He led a nation, inspired millions, and changed the course of history. Mandela's legacy isn't just about politics. It's about the courage to keep faith in the future, even when all you see is darkness. Now, let's bring it closer to home. Your choices today become your legacy tomorrow. Every time you refuse to give up, you are building something greater than a victory for yourself. You are planting seeds of courage for those who watch you, your friends, your family, even people you may never meet. You are the proof, the example, the hope someone else is looking for. Think about the people who inspired you. They didn't become heroes by never failing. They became heroes because they didn't quit. So, ask yourself, who will you inspire by not giving up? Who needs your story as a map for their own battles? Whose world could you brighten just by refusing to back down? Your struggles, your comebacks, your determination, they echo beyond your own life. Regret lasts a lifetime, but so does legacy. You might feel small now, but the impact of your persistence can ripple for generations. You are writing your story, one choice at a time. Your future self is watching, waiting, hoping you will stay in the fight just one day longer. Maybe you don't believe it yet, but one day you will thank yourself for not giving up when it was hardest. You are someone's inspiration, even if you don't know it yet. But the journey isn't over. In the final chapter, you'll find the strength to finish what you started, the words to anchor your new beginning, and a call to step forward into your own story. Stay with me. The last few minutes could change the way you see yourself forever. You made it. Not just to the end of a video, but through 30 minutes of facing your fears, your doubts, and your dreams head-on. Most people click away when it gets real. But you stayed. And that's what sets you apart. This isn't the end. This is the moment everything begins to change. You've heard the stories. You've felt the pain. You've learned the power of persistence. Well, now it's your turn. No matter how hard life gets, no matter how many times you fall, remember, you have already proven your strength by choosing not to quit today. Every new beginning starts with the choice to try one more time. And every time you choose hope over fear, courage over comfort, and progress over perfection, you build a legacy no one can take from you. So, what will you do now? Here's your challenge. Take one small action today toward the thing you almost gave up on. Write it down. Tell someone you trust, or just whisper it to yourself. I will not give up. And if, tomorrow, you feel that old fear rising again, come back to this moment. Replay these words. Remember how far you've already come. You are not alone. You are stronger than you think, and your journey continues. If this message spoke to you, leave a comment below with the one dream you refuse to give up on. Share this video with someone who needs a reminder that their story isn't over. And most importantly, whenever you need strength, hope, or a reason to keep going, come back here. This space is yours. Your story is not finished. Never give up.